and 2. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Durant, and it's Harrison at the small forward position. And for Boston, Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the 5 down low. Outside Irving. It's good from long range.
See right there, Kyrie showing you the range. Usually hovers around 40% from 3. Must be accounted for at all times.
And Walker kicks to Tatum. Nice ball movement by Boston from 11 feet away. And it's Walker that time on the assist by Tatum. And here is Durant. On the wing, Irving. Durant against Tatum. They get it again.
His interior scoring is one of the things that drives their offense. Don't expect him to miss many of those.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. The shot from the low post is good.
What I like about Tatum, he moves his feet well, understands the angles, and he plays more physical than advertised.
Irving against Brown. Durant, the pass to Jordan, and yes, it's good.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Tatum against KD, and there's the bucket from Tatum. Tatum's got his second bucket tonight.
Refusing to let the defender alter his shot. Tatum's focus and drive is what helps him finish hard shots.
Irving with the bounce pass. Brown against KD. Some solid defense from Brown. Bill, you're a basketball historian. We know that. Do fans romanticize too much about the past?
I would say the other way. I think they don't appreciate it enough. Especially like the millennials and Gen Z. You know you're out there. You're playing this game right now. They tend to think the league started when Kobe showed up and that the 90s and the 80s didn't happen. I sense a real resentment from the younger fans with the LeBron versus MJ thing because LeBron's their guy. They get to watch LeBron. They don't want to hear that MJ was better than them, so they kiss for LeBron and the way things are now.
Well, what about like the Oscar Robertsons, the Elgin Baylors, and we talked about.
Oh yeah.
My goodness, you talk about some of these players. Unbelievable.
Yeah, the
Fantastic
60s,
numbers.
70s, 80s.
Oh.
I think part of what hurts is people can go on YouTube and when you watch some of the older stuff, nobody's perfect.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
The Nets shooting their first free throws of the game. And Harris drops them both. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, Walker dishes to Tatum. And denied, he sends it right off the glass. Here's Irving. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Irving's got 7 points in the game.
And this speaks to Irving's focus. I mean, he's extraordinary at keeping his cool under heavy pressure.
Passes it to Tice. And here is Tatum. Shot clock at 6. And he drops in the layup off the glass. He has 6.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Irving with the ball. He's got 7. KD can't get it to go. The Celtics have gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. Very solid start for them. Walker with a clean look. Drills the three-pointer. Walker's got his second bucket.
And Walker is what we call thirsty. He's thinking of firing as soon as he gets the rock. Great presence of mind from the point guard.
That's to Durant. And then Durant with the jam.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. And Jason Tatum, his rookie year regular season was good. Then the numbers went up a lot in the tournament. And then the second year, just for whatever reason, his compass was off.
The thing with him is the free throw attempts. Like, if you look at Carmelo and Kevin Durant and some of the better scoring forwards over the years, those first couple years, they were getting to the line. And with him, he went to the line 3.1 times actually, which is crazy. That's not even one free throw attempt to 4. So he should be in the 8-9 range. He's unstoppable when he goes to the basket. He's got long arms. He can finish with either hand. And for him to settle for 20-footers, which we know is the worst shot in basketball, it's really frustrating. I hope you're listening to this.
He is. He's playing. Actually.
He's playing me right now.
Yes,
Jason, if you're playing yourself right now, go to the basket.
It's good.
The rhythm and the poise that Durant has when getting ready to catch and shoot is second to none in the league.
Walker against Irving. In the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest. And the Nets with possession here. It's a 5-point game. Their last encounter was in Boston, where they were able to handle the Celtics.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring.
Well, it's such a boost. I mean, not something you want to have to count on every night, but you can tell how much they trust their reserves.
So for the Nets, Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Durant, and Dinwiddie subbed in for Karis LeVert. Harris finds Irving. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to go on Gordon Hayward.
The learning curve for point guards in the NBA can be pretty steep. But Irving, a quick study. It didn't take him long to become an elite player.
Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Walker the pass to Hayward. A three-pointer, no good. Last game for Brooklyn, it was a loss to the Golden State Warriors. And it's Irving missing. And from everything we're hearing, Bill, the draft's one and done aspect may be coming to an end. Like it?
For me, the G League is the key to all this. I would like to see the guys come right out of high school and go to the G League and have an actual infrastructure that's attached to the real
And
game.
the G League is having an effect on the NBA. There are a lot of former guys from the late playing in the big league.
And the other thing is, like, sports rights are becoming more and more valuable with the streaming services, and just the fact that you can watch a game anywhere you are. You can watch it on your phone, you can watch it if you're in China, you can watch it if you're in Hawaii. And I think the G League should be a bigger thing, so they can figure out a way to kind of steal college basketball's corner with some of this stuff while also preparing these guys. The one and done, that makes no sense to me. I don't understand what anyone gains from going to college for 5 months and then pretend they're a college student.
Dinwiddie outside. Offline with his three. Boston leading by 5. There's Brown with the 3. Hits the 3-point bomb. Brown's got 8.
Well, they're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Allen outside. Back to Dinwiddie. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Here's Tatum. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Tatum has a good feel for catching defenders off balance. I mean, we'll see what he can do at the line.
Celtics have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Jason Tatum will be at the line shooting 2.
And he makes the first. And the Celtics making a change here. Smart's checked in. And so Tatum nails them both.
Oh, he's such a good free throw shooter. I mean, it frees him up to be as aggressive as he wants in the post.
Irving attacking, and there it is for him. 11 points in the game.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
And Walker kicks to Tice. Back to Walker. No good with the triple.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Bill, it's no secret that your heart lies in Boston. Just what was it like growing up in and around that area?
Well, it's definitely the reason I like sports as much as I do, because it's so sports obsessed. A lot of it is cold weather stuff, I feel like, where there's 5 months a year that just stink, and then there's 3 other months that, it's just smoking hot and humid. And so the sports makes everybody kind of crazy because you're crazy anyway. But there's nothing like being in Boston when something good's happening. Celtics making an NBA playoff run, and the Bruins making a cup run. The Red Sox in September when the Yankees are coming to town, and the Saturday Port Patriots game, you can kind of feel it as the community of it. That's the difference between here and a place like LA.
It's formed you as a professional.
Absolutely.
Now, Smart. To Spencer Dinwiddie missing on that last three-pointer.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. 23 points for him the last game against Golden State.
Yeah, but it wasn't all about himself. I mean, he kept everybody else in the loop. His passing was tremendous.
Dinwiddie with it. Ended by Hayward. Irving for 3. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Bam! Irving on the other side with his own 3. What a competitor.
Tatum dishes to Smart. Hits the mark. He takes it up and lays it in. Smart's got 5 now.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Timeout called, the Nets.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, and sometimes, Greg, it's the most subtle moves that make the biggest difference.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Cantor checked in for Daniel Tice. Jimmy Ojeleye comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for the Nets. Harris LeVert comes in for Kyrie Irving. The shot by KD, no good.
If he was shooting even a little bit better, the story of this game would be a lot different.
You've been producing documentaries, going deeper into athlete stories, which I know you love, because I think you're curious more than anything else.
Yeah.
So what drew you to that process?
Initially, it was we dove into these stories. We thought that was the inefficiency of, instead of these big, broad type of documentaries, concentrate on events and players and moments and things like that. And I think as you get into that and you start doing it, it just becomes intoxicating. And the cool thing about it is no story should be told the same way you would tell somebody else's story. You just don't know. You get to figure it out. Like we had Steve Nash, his last Lakers season. He wanted to do a documentary about it. And then we spitballed it, and we decided it was actually a better idea to do an in-the-moment digital series about it that you could experience in real time and you could think. It was the right idea, and that was really good. I think trying to figure out what story clicks the best with an athlete, how to tell whatever story they have correctly is the coolest part.
Here's Smart. Rebounded by the Nets.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
Now here's Durant. He's got 6. LeVert finds Dinwiddie. Prince outside. Shot clock at 5. From outside the arc. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Wanamaker the pass to Cantor. Here's Wanamaker. Dinwiddie covering. A floater. Smart misses.
Nothing less than that kind of defense will cut it against him. That's just great work inside.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game. Durant, the pass to Allen. Back to Durant. Allen outside. A 3-ball. It's hauled in by Wanamaker. Tatum deciding where to go with it. For the 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. He got it up. No good that time. And so it's the Boston Celtics with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. league's best point guards. Kyrie Irving had this to say about his competition.
2011, I came into a league where the point guard position was still being revolutionized, and now guys are solidifying that spot every single year. There are young guys coming in, but now we have established point guards that are franchise-changing point guards. And for me, having that competitive drive every single game, I know I'm going against an elite point guard every single game. So I think that now coming into the league, it's a lot different than it was before.
Some say, Greg, a golden age at the point guard position.
Yeah, and Irving right there with the best of them. He embraces the challenge.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Or just wearing them out. I mean, when you space the floor like this, the defense has to run and expend energy.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Durant plays the four with Allen at center. Dinwiddie runs the point with LeVert flanking him. And it's Prince in at the 3 spot. Now, here's Cantor. Wanamaker misses. And, Bill, when you yourself get out on the court, is there a play you try to channel or emulate, try to visualize in your mind?
You mean when I'm playing pickup?
Yes.
Oh, now, at this point in my life, it's Davos Bertans. Is that how you say his name?
Davis Bertans.
Davis Bertans?
Yeah, yes. What a great stroke.
I emulate all stretch fours from
Yes.
the guard into the
Yeah.
That's who I am at this point in my life. I run from 3-point line to 3-point line.
You stay in the perimeter.
Yeah.
Don't tangle up inside.
My free throw attempts are 0
Yep.
because I don't go to the line.
Just fire away.
And I want you to know I'm there to make an open jump shot. And don't ask me to do anything else, please. I'll set some picks. Yeah.
You are. You're a great
I'll
screen
set some
setter.
picks.
You're a great pick and roll. Prince outside. And there's the pass to LeVert. Now here's Allen. Prince outside. Pass to Dinwiddie for 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Dinwiddie's got it all tied up now for the Nets.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Smart. He's coming off a 16-point game against Milwaukee.
Good of a scorer as he was in that game, he was even a better passer. A lot of assists for him.
Here's Dinwiddie. Marcus Smart picking up that last basket. Now, Dinwiddie. Pulls up. High post. LeVert with the wide open look. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Ojale. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Dinwiddie outside. Cantor against Durant. Here's Dinwiddie. No good from outside. And it's Smart with the ball for Boston. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Durant. He's coming off an excellent season. 8th in scoring, and he was top 10 in free throw percentage. Did not waste opportunities to convert at the line.
And back to his points per game average last year. He literally propped up the team's offense whenever they needed. Jaylen Brown's checked in for Boston. So he gets them both. And Bill, at the championships you've watched the Celtics win, do you have a favorite?
I do, actually. 1984. Came back against the Lakers in the Kevin McHale clothesline game. Brought them back to the Garden for Game 5. It was so hot, Kareem had to wear the oxygen mask. And then finished him off in Game 7.
Rambis was the recipient of that clothesline.
He was.
Yes.
And he deserved it. It's not like he didn't deserve it. But the Celtics were just tougher that year. And I try to forget that the next year they came back and beat the Celtics.
Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, it feels like they're just one step ahead right now. Looking to build out their advantage even further.
Celtics leading by 8. Here's Hayward. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Celtics making a switch here. Smart's checked in.
Every season, I mean, Hayward plays with so much confidence these days.
Nets trail by 11.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Timeout called, the Nets.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Defensive intensity has to pick up, and I'm sure coach is going to let them know that.
Now we'd like to take this moment to show you the teams that a year ago made a trademark of scoring points off turnovers. Fifth on the list, the Celtics.
And this team, in terms of scoring off of turnovers, that became the identity. I mean, they really looked to disrupt and cause problems defensively, and boy, did they take advantage on the other end.
Now here's LeVert. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Warriors in San Francisco.
Yeah, his energy level in that game was amazing. He did all that work offensively and controlled the boards, too.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by Boston.
Wanamaker the pass to Brown. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Kevin Durant.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Celtics have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
And Brown is just an exceptional player. Really love whenever he shows off his athletic ability.
Kemba Walker's checked in for Brad Wanamaker. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Kyrie Irving's checked in for Prince. Here's LeVert. No points in the game yet for him. Dinwiddie outside. KD against Brown. Fires from 14. That will not get it done. He's 0 for 2.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Walker the pass to Hayward. Back to Walker. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Nets trail by 10. LeVert the pass to Durant. Shoots over Brown. Fades away and sinks the tough shot. 10 points for KD.
Good at cashing in from mid-range. Such a consistent shooter, Mr. Kevin Durant.
Smart kicks to Walker. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's his first trip to the line.
At the line, the Celtics.
No good on the free throw.
Shoot first point guard who can fill it up in a hurry. That's Walker, and quite simply, he's one of the game's best scorers.
Daniel Tice is checked in for Boston. The Nets also changing it up. Taurean Prince comes in for Kevin Durant. And Garrett Temple subbed in for Karis LeVert. He hits the second from the line. Nets trail by 9. Now here's Dinwiddie. Passes to Temple. Fires the 3. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got 3 assists in the game. And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for the Boston Celtics. They've held a 12-point lead early. Pass to Hayward. From past the arc. Nailed from three-point land. Hayward's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Right back at you. We knew Hayward didn't like being scored on. He's going to be upset.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward-thinking about is always accepting new ideas. They've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. Mid-season tournament, postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. All of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
BA, great assessment. Good report. Thank you so much. And now a look at Boston's upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards. And then on Sunday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Chicago against the Bulls. Now here's Allen. Irving with the bounce pass. The Nets working the ball around now. Stolen by Smart. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Smart leading the charge. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
He had 2 3-pointers in the opening quarter, and it hasn't been able to connect yet here in the second.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Austin with the ball. Here are the Celtics with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Hayward from outside. That one, no good. The Nets go the other way with it. Here's Temple, rejected by Walker.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Hayward can't hit.
When the D forgets about him on the perimeter, they're playing with fire. Lucky they don't get burned here.
And the shot goes in. Prince has got 5 points so far.
That's not who they want guarding him. I mean, the size mismatch is just too big. All he has to do is just keep attacking the rim.
Tipped away. Here's Temple, guarded by Walker. Temple, the pass to Dinwiddie. Inside, here's Irving. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And now, the first timeout call here for Boston. Tatum, he's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And then for Brooklyn, Jordan, he's checked in for Taurean Prince. And Harris subbed in for Spencer Dinwiddie. Smart dishes to Walker. Tatum kicks to Walker. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Ties, no good.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. And now look at Jason Tatum. Last year, getting it done. Averaged 15 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. But to have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, it gives you something you really can rely on going into every game. And you can also work off of him to look to create for others.
Taurean Prince, he's checked in for the Nets. Boston leading by 3. Walker surveying the floor. That shot, no good. Some solid defense there from Irving. Prince against Brown. Harris outside. A pass to Prince. 6 to shoot. It's deflected, and they force the shot clock violation. 3-team. So for the Nets, Durant comes in for Taurean Prince, and it's LeVert in for Garrett Temple. Boston's gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Tatum passes to Smart. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss.
He's been off the mark, but somehow he hasn't held them back as a team.
And here's LeVert. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And the shot is long.
Jesus surprises anyone with that miss. When he's left alone like that, you can usually count.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Now here's Durant. He's got 10. Feeds to Irving. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Let's take a look at the players who were the best on the glass a season ago. DeAndre Jordan 3rd.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers were really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that? They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
So it's Boston now. Walker with it. 11 points for him in that last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Outside Tatum. Here's the three. That one doesn't drop. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Pass to Jordan. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Irving's shot is good.
You can't leave someone open around Durant. He keeps his eyes up, makes a play for his team.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Kicks it to Smart. Passes it to Tice. Five to shoot. Outside Tatum. Steps back and fires. And Irving pulls it down. Irving's got 5 rebounds tonight. And always as enlightening as you're going to find. Bill, thank you so much for your insights. Always appreciate you joining us. I hope you come back.
I don't want to leave. Why do I have to go? Can I just stay here for the
I'm
rest
reading
of the
this
game?
note, and the note says,
No,
thanks,
I don't
Bill.
wanna go. I'm not leaving.
Hope he comes back.
I'm staying.
You know, Greg, Bill Simmons has worn so many hats as a writer, a podcaster, a broadcaster. Now, it's nice to let him wear one more on our broadcast.
He's been successful for a reason, Kevin. There's a fearlessness, but also great humor in his perspective.
This young man has worked on his form. Tatum was a decent outside shooter in college, but neither is in pro.
Now, here's LeVert. That's to Irving. Back to LeVert. Launches a three. Rebounded by Smart.
His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. I mean, his movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor. He's doing some good work from long range. I mean, he had 2 threes in the first quarter. Now he's got 1 in the second.
KD against Brown. Now Durant. On deep. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Celtics lead by 5. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Good battle going on tonight. What has been the approach?
Well, we're just trying to pack the paint. Those guys are great. So we're just trying to make them see a few guys, get some deflections, and get some easy baskets.
We'll see if you can keep it going in the second half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.